We take a look at a lot of eBay and Amazon refurb gaming PCs, but this one right here actually seems promising.
For $229, we get an 8th gen i7 and an RX 550. The graphics card may not be great, but the basis of the system looks really solid and is a really good deal right now. But before we open this thing up, let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
We'd like to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Cooler Master. They sent us over their new Cooler Master GX3 Gold 850 power supply. It features a sleek, screwless design. This design not only adds to the aesthetic appeal of the power supply, but makes it incredibly clean and easy to work with. The Cooler Master GX3 Gold 850 power supply comes with an ATX 3.0 support, which ensures compatibility with a wide range of systems. Additionally, it features a durable 90-degree PCIe cable, not only for convenience, but also helps prevent normal cable wear and tear, making it more reliable and a long-lasting option. One of the standout features of this power supply is its enhanced terminal design. This design helps reduce wire and connector temperature by 5 degrees Celsius. All these innovations allow it to achieve titanium-level performance under general light loads. This ensures that you can choose the appropriate power supply based on your system's requirements, whether it's a high-end gaming rig or a more modest setup. If you're in the market for an exceptional power supply that combines sleek design, durability, and thermal optimization, we highly recommend checking out the Cooler Master GX3 Gold Series. The Cooler Master GX Gold Series is available in different wattages: 750, 850, 1050, and 1250 watts. You can also enter for a chance to win one of these power supplies, along with the new Cube 500 flat pack case and Master Liquid Atmos by clicking the link down below. Big thanks to Cooler Master for sponsoring today's video.
So normally we look at these PCs a lot on this channel, where we go on eBay, we go on Amazon, we go on Walmart. We buy these like refurb PCs where they're basically just office PCs. They add a graphics card, and normally they're in this price range, sometimes a little bit more, and they usually feature 2nd through 4th gen i series. But this one is definitely an exception.
It has an i7 8700, which is a 6-core 12-threaded processor. We're into the newer generation of i7s when they're more than just 4 cores and 8 threads, and I guess they put sticky there, or oh no, you just ripped the tape.
I just forgot to
wow.
cut it.
But yeah, the rest of the specs are 16 gigs of RAM, a 512 gig SSD, and an RX 550. The 550 is going to be the bottleneck, and I kind of know why they went with the 550, because the power supply in this thing is very limiting. I think it's only like 180 watts, but we'll verify when we open it up.
All right, so as far as the packaging goes, I'm pretty happy. They use double corrugated box, so it's nice and thick, and then they use some pretty nice bubble wrap like all the way around. I'm actually pretty confident that this thing showed up in pretty good shape, and we can generally tell when something is going to be damaged or not, and I'm pretty confident with this. And so I think pretty much all that comes in the box is power cord, PC.
That's it. That's all you get.
This is a newer PC, so it probably has Wi-Fi built in, which I personally really like. I don't know what it is about eBay PCs, but they'll always say like, you know, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi installed or whatever, but it's always just a really cheap USB adapter, which I don't know, I'm just not as big of a fan of. So let's go ahead and just go over this HP and what we get in it. So this is kind of like right before the acid green, basically. And we even get, is that actually a DVD? Nope, it's a fake DVD drive. HP ProDesk, which has a SD card reader full size in the front, a USB-C. We have 2 USB 3s, 2 USB 2s, 1 charging. We have a combo headphone jack and our power button, but then in the back here we have a, looks like we have audio in, audio out. I'm just not used to seeing the ports the same color. We have 2 display port, which we're not going to use because we do have a graphics card. We have an HDMI, once again not going to use it. We have 4 more USB 2s, we have 2 more USB 3s, and 1 Ethernet. They actually used to have a lot more ports on these older systems, but obviously with newer bandwidths now, they can't really do that. Let's go ahead, and oh, this is toolless, by the way, Matt.
Oh, it's toolless? I grabbed my LTT screwdriver.
And for our RX 550, we have, looks like 2 DisplayPort, 1 HDMI right in the middle.
And I'll say that is the most lackluster looking 550 I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, wow, I didn't even know they made 550s this basic. I mean, it looks like it's an OEM card. I'm trying to see if maybe it's actually HP, but it's hard to tell. It kind of looks like the typical like HP color scheme, but yeah, really basic 550. I'm assuming this is just a 2 gig 550. Do they make those in a 4 gig?
I thought they made them in a 4 gig.
I don't know which one we got though.
Let me see if it says in the description. We might have to just figure that out when we get into the system. Let's see, full system specs. It's a 4 gig. RX 550 4 gig.
Nice. So that's definitely some added bonus points, some added performance there. So in typical HP fashion and pre-built fashion, we get a really big cage here, which if you want to upgrade things, it's not that hard to do, but I'm gonna open this up just so you guys can really see in it, because it's a little bit hard to see. We're gonna look at the power supply, we're gonna look at the M.2 and all that, which the M.2, you're gonna like how that goes in. That's a rare way to see it.
That's freaky.
Oh, you know, it's back.
Oh, back and up. Oh.
I should have known. I've never seen one like that. This is...
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say something. There's no Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in this, by the way.
Really?
We don't have that whole thing about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and there is none. At least with the description, it says there's none. So if you see it in there as an added bonus.
I think you're actually right, yeah, because I don't see, like, normally it'd be like a little M.2 card, but I'm not seeing it on this, so kind of interesting to see, unless this happens to have it in it, but if it doesn't say so, then whatever. We just get good old Ethernet. As far as the PC goes, we do have only one stick of RAM installed, but this does have 4 slots, so don't be too upset. This is just some DDR4, some real cheap stuff. It's 2666, 16 gigs, by the way.
Yes.
So buy yourself a cheap, just 16 gig stick. It doesn't even matter if it's matching, just get 2666 speed.
We talk about how they specifically said one single 16 gig stick, leaving 3 open slots for expansion.
We love that. I mean, honestly, they're honest at least.
They're honest.
Let's be real, look at half the prebuilt companies, they'll say 16 gigs, and you assume, you're like, well, that's gonna be dual channel. No, a lot of companies like to save money. Right down here, we have our M.2. This is what I was pointing out to Matt earlier. It's really interesting how they have it hanging off the board. We've seen this a couple times, but this is a Toshiba, and it looks like it is the, let's see, 512 gig NVMe. So NVMe, 512 gig, not bad, M.2 form factor. Here is our little tiny rinky-dink. It is HP. It actually says HP right there.
It's so funny how big the PCB is compared to the actual cooler.
Oh yeah, it literally hangs off. But based on the dust, maybe this came with this PC.
It could have came with it because, again, this lineup is not gaming focused. The 550 can game, but this thing is more designed for office work or higher end office work with some sort of dedicated GPU. And what is the wattage of that power supply? Because I thought it was really low. Okay, so 250 is better than I thought, because I was thinking like this is a pretty good like pre-built in terms of being able to add a graphics card to. 250, what do you think we get away with instead of a 550?
Like the best card we could add? Well, the first problem is we don't have any, the only way we'd be able to power it is, we do have a lot of SATA, so we'd have to use SATA, adapt it. Yeah, we'd have to, it is a little scary, we'd have to adapt it, but I'd say like...
about 120, 130 at most.
That might be pushing it, but it would fit. It would definitely fit in the build, but yeah, that'd be pushing. A 6600 would be, I'd say, a really good pairing bang for buck, so maybe 1660. That might be some good. Like
some of those only use 6 pins for power too, so I think that might be a good option. But yeah, there are options you can go with, especially if you get this to upgrade the GPU later down the line. You've seen a ton of our videos on how to do that.
But yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty good so far. We should go ahead and put this thing back together and actually try seeing if it turns on. Now, one thing I will say, the thermal paste in this, I'm gonna guess has not been done, just based on the fact that this build looks like they basically just bought out a warehouse or something and then just resold them. So that might be something to consider, but we're gonna actually temp test it and see what kind of temperatures we see, because maybe it won't be that bad. That is really easy to get in and out. And then we just do
backing up.
Backing
it up.
I don't even think I need to take the front panel off either, actually. So I will say HP. This older design, I'm actually liking it, because the new ones, you got to take apart a lot of stuff.
Now this is, back to our traditional office gaming PC. None of that crazy extra RGB. It's just going to get the job done.
Which, I'm not gonna lie,
I'm fine with it.
I'm actually pretty for this. $229, I think this is a great deal, as is.
If it turns on.
That's the best part.
That's the best part. It actually doesn't turn on. Smile. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Oh, they just turned it off.
Oh, it's doing the
it's doing its loopy-loop.
Yeah, I mean, the RGB is a cool proposition, but let's be real. That does add cost. That is a whole extra step of labor, a whole extra step of part manufacturing, and in this case, we kind of appreciate for the average consumer out there who doesn't really care about RGB.
But you can learn more about that in our Walmart scam listing video with Peripherio. Hit the arrow on the top corner to see that video. Very in-depth to get that RGB stuff going, and some companies go way beyond where they probably even need to get that set up and running. But yeah, this thing looks good to go. We're gonna go and plug it up on our test bench and see how it performs. I'm expecting a little bit of bottlenecking with that 550. Toolless, by the way. A little bit of bottlenecking with that 550, but we'll see how well this thing performs and go from there.
All right, guys, we're playing Apex Legends, and this is a nice big map. Control. Let's see, we're 1920 by 1080 max FOV, and I got pretty much everything turned to stop it. Everything turned to low.
Leave me alone.
And let's just see if we can just maintain close to 60 FPS. I mean, for a PC like this, that's about all you can ask for in a AAA title.
Yeah, and it does, it's like mimicking like VSync behavior, but I tested it, it does go above 60. It's just, yeah, there it goes. It goes to 60, 60. We're literally just at 60 FPS for the most part. Definitely, lag spikes like that is gonna happen. The 550 is really holding back the system. The i7 can definitely handle a better GPU, but it's at least a good starting point. We're talking $229 for this computer.
Oh, he found me.
He found it you real quick.
I shoot back, and I miss. You know what? Okay, he ain't worth my time. Okay. Oh.
Somebody else got
Dude, I can't. Maybe I shouldn't be using this thing. Dude, I'm so bad at this game right now. Double team? Oh, I'm getting double teams.
Apex Legends. Yeah, obviously with the 550, this is the best you're going to get, a close to 60 FPS experience. But we're going to try some Fortnite, because Fortnite might be a game where that i7 will be able to carry.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we are now in Fortnite on performance settings, 1080p, far view distance. I'm going to drop that down to medium. We're just going to go medium there. And medium textures. If I didn't break the game already. Go. There we go. And right now, oh god, it's trying to reload all the textures now. It looks all weird. We're getting like 60 FPS. We'll wait till the drop is finished so we can see what we're actually hovering at. But again, the story of this is going to be, it's really cool to see these HP towers that you can actually get with 8th gen i7s. But the 550 is going to be the problem. Wow, I love how that just dramatically changed.
Like the color changed even. Yeah, it's really just like, you know, you got to buy this PC with the right expectations. It's really freaking cheap. Like, in our opinion, it's a pretty good bang for buck, and I like what these sellers are doing. They do something similar to like what we do, but you don't want to buy this thing, you know, with these high expectations of, you know, playing Call of Duty and games like that, because let's be honest, $230 isn't going to get you a new Series X or something like that. It's going to get you something like an Xbox One.
That was an interesting exchange, but once things are loading in, it's getting better. It's definitely a bit stuttery, which is to be expected. But performance settings, you can tell the GPU is the bottleneck, because when normally you're running performance mode, you're really pushing that CPU a bit more, and our GPU is still close to 100% on performance settings. So it's definitely a limitation here right now.
And I always like saying this, but Fortnite is a game that the more once you play like 1 or 2 games, it runs better. It's really weird, but it almost like really slowly loads in textures. So basically, if you get a long Fortnite session, you'll be good. Oh, this is risky. Oh, you're being targeted. You're the most wanted.
Please leave me alone. Ah!
Oh, there is a fish. They're a vulnerable little fish, I'll tell you. I think there's another one in the back.
Sorry, little fish.
Like back left where you just killed that guy.
That's a dinosaur. Hi.
Oh, hello, dinosaur. Sorry, I didn't mean to mistake you for an enemy.
That guy's fighting a dinosaur. Oh, I don't know if that worked.
You're getting murked by a dinosaur. I like how the underwater textures.
Looks so great.
It kind of gives you an advantage. You can literally just see everything underwater.
Ah! Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting shot from behind. Oh. Hey, fired cheeks. Oh, I cannot hit a snipe worth a damn. Wow.
Ooh, beta champion, more like beta male.
Ooh. Nice.
116?
Oh, hold up. Let me reload. Yes, you gotta go to bed.
It's bedtime, little buddy. Oh, the thing was so busted, but not busted enough.
It's not busted enough because I got killed by Anonymous. Wow, that guy's like, what is with this game? But hey, it performs like an RX 550. Obviously, this is kind of like a 550 benchmark because the i7 is not being used too much, but it's a good staple here. What we're gonna do is run a built-in benchmark to really stress this thing a bit more. We're Rainbow Six Siege, a game that kind of makes sense on a 550. And then we'll just talk about the value of this PC again and how you could probably get one of these and upgrade it yourself.
All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking this HP, and you know, overall, we still think that there's a decent value proposition here for people who have the right standards and the right expectations.
And yeah, we ended up picking up similar systems like these upgraded like 7th and 8th gen like office PCs. For future videos, we're going to show you how to build your own, but we think at $229, if you just consider the 550 to be a bonus to get you up and running and then upgrade the thing later, you do have a good starting point here. And if you can find these things for the same price, which you can shop around by using the links down below, I think it's a really good value overall. So let us know what you think of these PCs down below. Do you think they're a little bit too limiting with the power supplies, or do you think with a little workaround and a lower end GPU that you can have an awesome gaming PC on a budget?
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Now, if you want to buy this PC for very cheap, or many other cheap PCs and even high-end PCs, we got you covered at PCBros.tech.
PCBros.tech, gaming PCs, gaming laptops, and so much more. Like these build mats, guys. You could be PC Bros building professionals with these things. Use code ToastyBros and check out. Save 2% next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Peace out.